Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is Monday, May the 26th of the beautiful year 2025, and we are about to start our quarterfinal match between the two friends, SHUICHI from Germany and Gunther from France. The winner of this match will play against the infamous Fortnite and recent Tetris 2 player Mörkö from Finland. Let's take a look at the bracket and let's see what is going to happen in this tournament and what has happened so far. We already have two players in the top four. The players are Tugi and Mörkö, seat number 1 and seat number 2. 6 players left in the tournament, and those 6 players are our top 6 seeds. Seed 3 and 6 will be playing today, and then the other quarterfinal, which has not been resolved yet, is the quarterfinal between seeds number 4 and 5. So the top seeds are going strong in this tournament. The only seed upset happened in round 1 match between James and Miho, seed 8 and 9, and then Miho won this match. So far, pretty one-sided tournament with only one decider between Hepta and Svidr. Apart from that, either 5-1 or 5-0 results. Let's hope we will have a closer match today between Shuichi and Gunter and let the better player win. Yeah, this tournament is the part of the so-called PAL-DAS cycle, which is the series of the tournament played in 2025 to determine the top 16 players of the 32-player bracket of 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. And hello Shuichi, hello Gunter, welcome in the chat. Yeah, so the top 16 out of the 32 players will be decided via the PAL-DAS cycle. 9 spots will be decided via the major events. One major event is already in the books. Mörkö, Tugi and Ivy Geek are the players qualified and will no longer be eligible to play in PAL-DAS Classic and PAL-DAS League. PAL-DAS Classic starts in July and will be played for the 2 months, July and August. The other 3 spots go to the players with the higher amounts of points from PDM standings for the players who have not qualified via the major events. Currently there are some Shuichi and Rurchak, and the remaining 4 spots go to the players with the highest ELO rating average of 5, so the highest 5 ELO ratings after the matches played in 2025. Currently those players would be Le, Yani, Dujika and Gunter. The rules of this tournament. We play level 18 starts only, no line caps, so if the player is able to play forever, we would like to see this, but it means for the level 19 Mullens, if your opponent tops out at 20 or 30 lines, yeah, be reasonable with your game. SBS controller and handcam are the mandatory things for the tournament. We play best of 9, so the first player to win 5 games wins the entire match and advances to the next round. And 2 players gain points for the cycle. You can see the base points, the tournament strength factor, which happens to be for my 1.556. And yeah, the final points for my are as follows. The winner of the tournament gets 778. Players who play today are our quarterfinalists, so they are guaranteed 77.8 points. The winner will be guaranteed 155.6, and Shuichi got an 150k at 19 starts. Very nice warm-up game for Shuichi. Yeah, so the PAL-DAS cycle were discussed, rules, and now our players. Shuichi with an ELO rating of 1782, Gunter with an ELO rating of 1647. So according to the ELO odds, Shuichi is 69 to 31% favorite to win this match. Shuichi, yeah, with a comp PB over 700k, Gunter slightly over 600, but we know that Gunter is a very consistent player and does not top out early. Yeah, in the most of his games. Sometimes those games happen, but mostly he does not top out early. So it will be interesting to see what happens today. Round 1, Shuichi won against Mars 5-0. Gunter won against myself 5-1. Yeah, Gunter, as you can see, with no 500k yet, but is a very solid player, 450k plus every game. Yeah, is very probable thing to do so. We know that Shuichi is a player who goes either for great games or some early tops. So yeah, maybe this will be a chance for Gunter. Let's find out. And let me see if our players are alive. Yeah, Shuichi is warming up, Gunter is warming up as well. So let me bring the players here, and we have Shuichi on the left, Gunter on the right, and let me wrong playstyle the seed for game number 1, which will be 7D 9E 32, 7D 9E 32. Yeah, we know that Gunter has a wrong game match or matches to be played today. So yeah, if you wanna make Gunter's life easier, let's start the match as soon as possible. You know that Gunter is a former Game Boy World Champion, so yeah, he knows what to do in those Game Boy matches. So I wish you good luck today, Gunter. But let's see, classic Tetris PAL version today first from the French player or the French scammer. And let's see how it goes between Gunter and lost to the new world champion yesterday. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that you lost, but you lost to the world champion. So yeah, if you lose to the world champion, it's not a big shame. Okay, so our players are ready. Shuichi and Gunter. Countdown for game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Good luck and have fun, guys. So the players are in 7D 9E, and we have a seat mismatch from Gunter. So please, players, stop out. There is a wrong seat. Gunter had the 5th digit wrong. So let me give you the new seed for game number 1, which will be DA52CC. DA52CC. Gunter, please stop out. There is a wrong seat. Sorry for that, Shuichi, but yeah, your opponent had a wrong seed. So let's try a new one. Maybe this one will be better. Yeah, you had 7D 9E 42, but the seed was 7D 9E 32. So you had 4 instead of 3 on the 5th spot. Yeah, so the new seed is DA52CC, DA52CC. If this will be correct, then you just wanted to see 42. So yeah, probably, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so Gunter with hover 3, Shuichi with ready. Gunter, but now I can't see your hands, so make sure when you play the competitive game that the hands are visible. Thank you very much for that. So let's start game number 1, take number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Good luck and have fun, guys. DA52CC, yeah, this time the seed is correct. So we are officially in game number 1 of this quarterfinal match between Shuichi and Gunter. 26 for Shuichi, 46 for Gunter. So Gunter with a more efficient start. Oh, and Shuichi with a pretty interesting board. It's a bit set up and now needs to like reopen the well. And yeah, Shuichi is still kind of fighting for the optimal board state. But this should be fine. 75 for Shuichi, 93 for Gunter. Yeah, so Gunter around 1 Tetris ahead after 20 lines. Oh, and Gunter with a nice L spin. The board is the well is closed. Now gets the reopened and got a Tetris. 120 for Shuichi, 121 for Gunter. So we are now in a very neck and neck situation between those two players. For 213 now for Gunter, Shuichi with 174. So now Gunter once again with a lead. Gunter with some central business, but gets some pieces for the Tetris, so that didn't have to burn too many lines. You know, when you commit to center well, sometimes you keep burning and can get a Tetris. This time it works pretty nice for pretty nicely for Gunter. 261, 245 for Shuichi. So Shuichi is catching up with the score. Now Gunter has to make a decision if he wants to stay with this dirty center well. 307, 268 for Gunter, 268 for Shuichi. So Gunter was, yes, on almost 600k pace right now. Shuichi as well, so we can have a pretty nice scoring game. Let's see what happens. But now Gunter is forced to burn even more. So this is a chance for Shuichi to run away with the score. And another dirty center well Tetris for Gunter, sorry. 382 Shuichi, 364 for Gunter, so around 1 Tetris lead for Shuichi it is. Shuichi keeps the pace. For 52 for Shuichi, 392 for Gunter. Another Tetris for Shuichi, so Shuichi is still on a very good pace. Gunter is like 40k behind, so 2 Tetrises. So Gunter would like to see Shuichi slowing down a little bit. Otherwise, Gunter will need to prepare for some level 19 action. Shuichi currently with 546 and 118 lines. Yeah, so 600k pace is still possible for the German player. Oh, but now his board is getting a little bit complicated. Oh, but found a very nice solution for that. 570 for Shuichi and 2 Tetris is still possible. Gunter with 531, so Gunter also with a nice pace, but most likely will be behind Shuichi with 617 on level 19 speeds. Gunter has 1 Tetris left, is 556, and Gunter now needs to bring some miracle on 19, but Gunter won't be able. Gunter tops out with 556, 760, 556, 760. A very good score for Gunter, but a better score for Shuichi with 6-22-0-11. So GG's for both players. That was a very nice game number one. Shuichi takes the game. It's 1-0, but high performance from both of you. And the players seem to be ready, so game number two starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And guys, let me remind you about the Matcherino. We are currently at $15, top 4 of the tournament. Top 4 of the tournaments get a share of the prize pool. If you want to make the prize pool bigger, the link is in the chat. So Shuichi started with 3 Tetrises. And the first burnt line for the German player. And Gunter is now in a dig mode, but this shouldn't be a very complicated dig for Gunter. Oh, but now those pieces are kind of weird, but now gets the wall reopened and Gunter should be fine. Gunter is currently 60k behind, so Shuichi took the opportunity to build a lead over Gunter. Gunter is now in a very unlucky sequence. Can't get any Tetrises for a moment. Let's hope the next long bar will be a Tetris, and there it is. 83 for Gunter, 139 for Shuichi. So Shuichi built a very nice lead. And yeah, now Shuichi is pacing after a very nice game number one for the German player. Game number two looks also very, very nice. 209,000 after 41 lines. Shuichi with a very strong performance in first 2 games of the match. Now Gunter falls into some trouble. Gunter is now forced to burn some lines, but this is oh no, this is very bad. Gunter drops out at 1:11.720 and Shuichi takes the game, but Shuichi's pace is very good, so if Gunter you don't mind, I would allow Shuichi to play this game out. What do you think? Yeah, Gunter stood up and went somewhere, so Shuichi, feel free to play this game out. Gunter is not present, so yeah, I think this meant you can play this game out, so if you wanna make a high score, feel free to do so. Oh, but now Shuichi, what is Shuichi doing? Shuichi doesn't want to get a high score or what? Or Shuichi does want to train his digging skills or what? Actually, Shuichi is doing a great job in surviving this. No, this is very risky for Shuichi. Okay, but still is in the game. Oh, this is a very bad drought for a moment, but got another long bar. 374 Shuichi. So the pace is gone. But there was a very nice survival from Shuichi in this game. Not gonna lie. And And the Tetris for SHUICHI 424 at 114 lines. Yeah, so Gunter, you went somewhere and the space of SHUICHI is gone. Yeah, but still not far away from transition, so... I don't know, Gunter, if you could hear us as you weren't out, but as soon as you left your room, the pace of SHUICHI is gone, so yeah, this is simply like a training game right now. SHUICHI fall into a dig and so yeah, had to burn so many lines. Oh, and this will be it. SHUICHI can't do anything more. SHUICHI tops out at 466,031. Yeah, so those things happen, unfortunately. You can't always have a perfect pace and go forever, so to speak. And the players are ready, so game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, and SHUICHI puts himself into a little bit of a trouble. Shouldn't be anything fatal. But this is kind of a slowdown, which might be helpful for Gunter. Gunter also with not the perfect board, but yeah, totally fine in order to survive. And SHUICHI's board is collapsing, and I'm not sure if SHUICHI can bring anything over. And this is it. SHUICHI tops out at 6,093 points, which means that Gunter wins game number 3, and Gunter takes his first game of the match. Match result is 2-1. One early top each, no more. Okay. Game number 4. Players are ready. Starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, today we have a pretty nice timing. Both players starting their games at almost the same time on our stream. So it's also nice to follow the game in that way. And last time I played against Gunter with my self-rest stream, I was like able to, you know, also start my game. Like that is the same time as Gunter's game because, you know, I had the signal of Gunter's stream, so I could, you know, adjust my starting time. So a second match in a row for Gunter when he is playing with yeah, the simul start on the stream, which is always nice. Oh, and Gunter's board is high. Can Gunter do anything to survive it? Oh, this is looking very dangerous for Gunter. This is looking very, very dangerous, and this is an early top out for the French player, 55,860 points, which means SHUICHI takes game number 4 and leads 3-1. Yeah, no Malens this time. SHUICHI, the pace is bad, and you've won the game, so no need to Malen this one. 123, 5, 1, 2. And the players are ready for game number 5, which starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So SHUICHI 49,000, GUNTER with 33. And GUNTER once again pretty high. Get the well open and let's see what GUNTER can do here. 60,000 for SHUICHI, 42 for GUNTER. And a Tetris for GUNTER, 65, SHUICHI with 85. Yeah, both players kind of struggling with this seed, so yeah, we might be very unlucky with the seed in the recent games. And 42 for GUNTER, 158 for SHUICHI. $230 for SHUICHI, 178 for GUNTER. And then fits for GUNTER, 247. Now with this Tetris, 270. So GUNTER is 53,000 points behind. So this is around 2.5 Tetris lead for SHUICHI at this stage of the game. For 40 for SHUICHI, 365 for GUNTER. Yeah, so SHUICHI is running away with the score. GUNTER is trying to reopen the well, gets the long bar. $494 for SHUICHI, 399 for GUNTER. And we are approaching the transition. And SHUICHI tops out at 518, 125 lines. So Gunter, you have a chance. 518, 713 is the score for SHUICHI. So Gunter, 519 is your target, but your board state is not looking great before transitions. So I'm afraid Gunter can't do anything more. 454, 540 is the score for Gunter. And guys, I would like to ask you for some patience. Unfortunately, I have to call my mother. I hope there is nothing bad happening, but I need to do right now. So, yeah, please give me a second or two. I will come back as soon as possible. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry for that. Yeah, nothing serious, but was pretty urgent. So I'm back and I'm able to host the next game. The score update. Sorry, we have to update the score. Usually it's 4-1. And Gunter. Do I have the scores from last game? Yeah, I have them. Okay, so SHUICHI is on the match point, and Gunter needs to win 4 games in a row in order to win the entire match. So let's see what happens in game number 6. The players are ready, so the game starts in a 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, and SHUICHI is pretty high. So SHUICHI starts with an early dig. Oh, and this is looking very dangerous for SHUICHI, but... Oh, okay, that was nice solution. So SHUICHI should be fine. It looks scary for a moment. Shuichi reopens the well, gets a long bar for it. Tetris 36,000 for Shuichi. But Gunter also with an early dig, so this was a very unfortunate sequence for both players. Shuichi was able to get one Tetris. Gunter still is waiting for his first Tetris of the game. And there is a Tetris for Gunter, 40,000, 60,000 for Shuichi. Another Tetris for Shuichi. Shuichi has a small issue to solve with his board. And oh, what's Shuichi doing? Okay, maybe will be built for one of the ground Tetris. 156 for Shuichi, 133 for Gunter. And Shuichi gets this one of the ground, currently at 178, Gunter at 135. Gunter builds for a Tetris, his Tetris ready, and gets a long bar. So 158 for Gunter, 203 for Shuichi. Gunter with this long bar gets 180, so he's around one Tetris behind at this stage of the game. Yes, so Shuichi with a slight misdrop of the O piece, but works around this very nicely and gets another Tetris. Gunter with 203, Shuichi with 250. Oh, and Shuichi with some hanks of an L, of an J. Oh, and this will be a deadly hank for Shuichi. 63 lines, top out with 250, so Gunter 251 to win this game. .251 is needed, so this Tetris seals the deal, and Gunter wins first of his 4 games. And Gunter is good with 277,020. Yeah, so we are guaranteed to have a better score than in the last matches, other than 5-1 and 5-0. So yeah, in worst case scenario, it can be 5-2 for Shuichi, but still different results possible. Players are ready. Game number 7 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. $30,000 for both players, and both players were a little bit higher for a moment. Shuichi got a long bar for a Tetris. Gunter needs to reopen the well and gets a column 9 Tetris. 57 for Gunter, 77 for Shuichi as for now. Now 6 Shuichi, 64 for Gunter. Tetris for Gunter, 158 for Shuichi, Gunter with 115. So this around 2 Tetrises lead. For Shuichi we have 274 Shuichi, 234 for Shuichi. So still we are in this 2 Tetris advantage for Shuichi. So nothing changes in this game situation in terms of difference in points. For 11 for Shuichi, 306 for Gunter, and another Tetris for Gunter. Gunter with some left well business for a moment. 457 Shuichi, 351 for Gunter, but Shuichi is 8 lines ahead. So Gunter, yes, still can be around 2, maybe now it's a little bit more than 2 Tetrises behind. Gunter tries to maximize the score potential out of this game with these left well setups, but yeah, now Gunter falls in a situation where he can't get any Tetrises for a moment. Pretty unfortunate sequence for the French player. And Shuichi already with 505, so Shuichi is running away with the score. So this might be a very, very difficult situation for Gunter. Gunter, you need to prepare for the level 19 game of your lifetime. Shuichi is currently with 551, with 2 Tetrises possible, so Shuichi can transition around 600k, but hangs the LPs, so Shuichi will have some troubles to deal with as well. Gunter with 478, Shuichi transition with 577. And Shuichi's board is in a very dangerous situation right now. So Gunter, you need to prepare for some level 19 of your lifetime. 579 is the top out for Shuichi, so Gunter needs 580 to win. 579, 772 for Shuichi, and Gunter tops out at 503, 180. So it means Shuichi takes the game and the match. Nice fight in the last game, but Shuichi was the one who was able to win this game, and Shuichi advances to the semi-final. Yeah, Gunter, thank you very much for your participation in this month's tournament. How is your situation with the signups for the next month? Registered players. Gunter is already there. So see you next month, Gunter. Shuichi, yeah, if you wanna play, you can register until the end of the month. So this is our winner, Shuichi. And I will show you the match stats and updated brackets in a second. So here are the match stats. They should appear. Yeah, we have them. Yeah, so Shuichi confirms that either he goes for some high score games, or if he loses, then early top outs. Yeah, this happens for our German competitor. 36 line on average, and yeah, 128k. and Gunter, yeah, with a pretty decent median, losing score and lines a little bit worse on average because of those, yeah, unfortunate too early top outs. And yeah, neither player passed level 19, 137 lines for Shuichi, 133 for Gunter. But Shuichi will have your chance against the infamous Fortnite player in the semis. And yeah, I have a feeling that some 19 play will be required against your future opponent. Yeah, so these are our match stats, and here is the bracket, updated bracket. Seed number 2 against seed number 3 in the semis, Mörke versus Shuichi. Those players know each other. They played quite a few matches against each other, so yeah, they know what to expect from each other. And Shuichi versus Gunter. I updated also the ELO ratings, so let me see. Only one match, Merke. Or maybe you're right. Maybe you played only this one match in the finals of the final of one's tournament. Maybe it's the case. Maybe I confused something. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I have to check it later. Okay, so the ELO ratings. This should update in a second, and we have it. Shuichi with 1794, so Shuichi is not that far away of 1800. Shuichi crossed the 1800 barrier once this year. 1803 was the rating for Shuichi, the highest rating achieved in this year so far. So this 1794 is actually Shuichi's second highest ELO rating. 1793 was the third one. Yeah, so Shuichi is not in a bad spot to cross the 1800 barrier, and the Gunter dropped to 1635 for Gunter, but it's still his fourth highest ELO rating in this year. So Gunter improves his average anyway after losing this match. So 1636 is the average of 5 for Gunter for now, and for Shuichi 1792.6. Yeah, so this is it for today, guys. It looks like we will have the next match. Oh, of our Ivy Geek and Januczka, Yanni, are offering to play on Wednesday in 2 days at 18 UTC. So there will be one match, and we'll be able, of course, to schedule the match between Shuichi and Mörke when both are, willing to play. But for now, we will take a look who is streaming some Tetris. Who can we rate? Is there any match happening? Yeah, there is a match happening in Classic Tetris Germany. German PAL League is playing, and I see a non-German player playing there. What's going on? I thought that only German players can play in German League, but there is a non-German player. And if you wanna know who this non-German player is, we will bring you there. So thank you for today, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.